Hi, Mike DePung here, and I'm going to be doing a little series of videos for you that I hope will be interesting. I hope that it will stimulate some thought, and maybe even for those of you who have children or grandchildren and our grandchildren, that it might, I don't know what the right word is, entice you to spend more time together with them and things that have meaning. If one thing has become clear to me over the past several years, probably 8 or so years, 9 years, it's that there is a serious lack of ability to think beyond 30 seconds, like 30-second commercials, 30-second spots. A minute is a long time. Most of the time, things are broken down into 30-second spots. So, what I'm going to do is I want to use my book that I wrote, that Marion Brittner and I did together. And I want to just remind you, I know that I shared this last year. We did this about a year ago. And I would like you to take a good look at this because Poems, Dragons, and Friends is a very short book. It's not a lot of poems. It's 20, I don't know, 26 pages or um, but it's something that can really promote the kind of thing that I'm talking about. I have a really good friend, a great friend, who was a social studies teacher. He retired when I did, and we've spent a lot of time together. And one of the things he always blames himself for not doing well enough, that people don't know enough about civics and about social studies to know how really important it is. The reality is, it's all of education's job. All educators should be teaching students to think, should be giving them tools to be able to learn how to think, how they think, and to use them wisely, not to allow others to tell them how to think. So, if you're somebody that thinks that you got to tell your kids what to believe and that if they don't, you're a failure, then this probably isn't for you. But this book, when Mary and I wrote it, it was a labor of joy. We had a lot of fun with it. I was so convinced that my poems that I had written, most of them, not all of them, but written a number of years before, and I'd never really done much revision, which I did more extensively for this, that people wouldn't think. I mean, it discouraged me. It's like, oh, people don't think. And when in my other videos, I talk so much about healing. Healing is so crucial. We come here, we know that we're going to have to heal from traumas. And being able to think with your own authentic heart self, and not ego, but heart self, to be able to think clearly is a big part of healing. And I'm going to do a video about that. I'm actually in the process of writing an article about that, which I talked about the other day. But I want to show you. So it's one thing for me to tell you those things, but I want to show you the way I would use this book if I were sitting with one of my grandchildren and or any child. And I've read things like this before. I didn't have my book here finished when I did the readings to the preschool and to the kindergarten classes. But I did something very similar to what I'm going to do right now to show you all how I use this. And these poems, when I wrote them, they were very much for a an audience that I envisioned of being those who are thinking, those who are looking for themselves and helping. And I wanted to give them something to think about their lives, but I also wanted to express what I was thinking. I originally had a series of questions after each one of these poems, which obviously is not in this. So I didn't publish it. I didn't create a book until I met Marion just about 2 years or so ago, 3 years ago, until I met her. And one day we started talking, and she talked about these dragons that are an expression of her creative imagination. And when she told me about them and she said that her dragons are bored, I said, would they like to play with some poems that I've written? And that's how this book developed. And it was just happiness. It was fun. It was fun to do, fun to go through the process, fun working together. And we had to work very closely together. I mean, we'd have to go back and forth with these things. And it was just really awesome. And if you get this book, which I hope you will do, if you get this book to use, whether for a gift or for just be using with your children or grandchildren and reading with them, what I hope you will know is you're bringing the energy of this book into your home. And that is an awesome thing in and of itself. But using what you have of this book full of great energy, using this is where even greater value can come. So I'm just taking one poem. It's a 2-page poem. Okay. So I want you to see this. You see this side. Now, if I'm working with children, what I'm going to do is I'm going to have them look at the pictures. And those pictures say the dragons are painting, and they're all these wonderful colors. And they're painting and painting and painting, and they're saying words, words, words. And I would ask, what do you think? What do you think this is about? Why are the dragons painting words on these easels, on these boards? Why are they painting that? Well, let's read and let's start finding out what might be going on here. And this poem is called Wavelengths of Life. I think I should have been an artist. I believe, as did Picasso, that we were all born that way. Not only artists, but also musicians, dancers, in tune with the soul of the world. The trick is holding on to it. Now, are any of you, if I was dealing with a group of kids, are any of you, do you like music? Do you like to dance and to move? Do you like to draw? Do you like to color? What is it that you really enjoy doing that you think maybe I will always enjoy doing this? And I would let them talk. And that's what you can do with this. I let go too quickly. And now my palette, do you know what a palette is? It's the stuff that the paint is on that you dab the brush in. And that's how these dragons are painting. They're using the brushes to that they have gotten the paint from their palettes. And they're painting these words. Okay. I let go too quickly, and now my palette holds words, not paints. My eyes play over that abandoned palette of flashing red, seductive orange, glowing yellow, breathing green, deep-throated blue, throbbing indigo, throated violet, glowing and throated violet. Now, what is it that this poem says? What did this person who wrote the poem do? Well, he stopped or she stopped um, the other things, the other arts, but she chose to be a word painter, to paint with words. And that's what's happening. And the artist thinks about how can words be colorful? Can you show me? And at this point, I would have crayons there, or I would have them use their crayons and pick out red and show me red, show me orange, and obviously these are the colors of the rainbow. You're dealing with older children, you can ask them what are the colors of the rainbow. You can put it in order for them. They're in order in the poem, I know because I wrote it. And you can talk about light. It depends. You can read this with any level of a child, and get this out of it. Get these ideas out of it. So they're just having fun. Do you have fun? Do you have fun singing or playing an instrument or dancing or writing or drawing? Do you have fun doing those things? Well, these dragons are sure having a good time. Colors of nature, of life, of purity. How do I paint with black words on white paper? My creative imagination must labor hard. She rejects negativity and sloth. Means that a writer can't be lazy. A writer has to figure out how to paint pictures with words that are colorful to people who read them. So you can't be lazy. And you can't be negative. You can't be like a sloth that just hangs from a tree and hardly moves. You got to move. You got to think. You got to do something. She rushes to positivity and effort, my creative imagination does. Hues of life, the pulsating vibrations of nature, combine to yield the purity of unified light. So you see, everything in life has has energy stored up in it. Everything in life pulses with life. Do you see that? Look at what this dragon's doing. This dragon is pulling out, he's pulling out these words from this cauldron, from this pot, from this bowl. He's pulling these words out to try to get meaning because he's looking and he's seeing that life is about, well, look at listening, laughing, being gentle, having fun, knowing what love is. Do you see these things in life all around you? Where do you see them? Tell me. Black words on white paper may yield rainbows and fuse to white insight for those seeking light. So be like the dragons. Find the fun things, find the good things, find the things that make you feel happy when you do them and express yourself. Do it. Use your colors, use your writing, use your dance, your music. Enjoy it. Have a great time. That's what this is about. Now, if you're reading this and you're an adult, you will do, I hope you would do what I do. When Marion's dragons appeared and took my words and interpreted them the way these dragons do, these like 4-year-old dragons, 4 to 6-year-old dragons, when they interpreted them this way, it was just like, wow, this is awesome. And I love the colors and I love those things. I am enamored with them. So, but I think further, wavelengths of life. What is life about? What is it that is my passion as an adult now? What is it that I really care about? What is it that maybe I let go of too quickly, but there are other ways to express the passion? Or maybe go back and pick up those things that were the passionate things, but understand that there are energies of life all about us. The rainbow embodies that, but those energies of life, those electromagnetic waves, are all around us, and there is nothing, not even solid things, that are truly solid. You get down to the molecules and you see the vibrations. You get down to the atoms, you see the movement of the subatomic particles. Even everything is shimmering with this energy. Somebody like Vincent van Gogh he captured those things in his painting. He knew how to take what was solid and supposedly in place, and he expressed the energy that was inside of it. And that's what this poem talks about. Do you see the energies of life all about you? Do you understand and realize? Do I understand and realize that I can take when I am passionate about what is it that vibrates deep within me, that is energy that wants to burst forth? Because when I let that happen, then all the colors, all the energies of life fuse together, and it gives pure white light. It gives an expression of who I am, of who you are. Now, that's what's embodied in the poem for somebody who's thinking, for a young adult, late teens, college students, or incredibly old people like me. I just want you to know that there's a book here that you can use, for such things. And when we put it together, I didn't want to redo the poems to make them for young children. I wanted them to stay pretty much as they were. I revised a lot, but pretty much as they were, because it can be used in just the way that I've illustrated here. And I hope that you'll think about it. You can go to Amazon and you can find the book there. You can Barnes and Noble. There are a bunch of outlets. In fact, I'm going to put some links in the description here And I hope that this has been a little entertaining and giving you ideas. And I hope it's kind of like an infomercial too. Buy it, get the joy of this into your home, get the happiness, get the fun into your home, because this book is imbued with that fun, with that happiness, with the goodness of life. Okay, that's all. Until next time, love and peace.